this episode of Mythbusters. Is it pancake day for this compact in the head-on from hell?
Once you guys go, you just go.
Or with big rigs on the loose, are the Mythbusters toast?
Details.
And can vodka cure bad breath and cheesy feet? Grant and Adam go head to toe in an up-close and personal hygiene test.
There is no dignity in television.
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
Aren't tracer rounds illegal?
Between them, more than 30 years special effects experience.
That's what I'm talking about.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
So here's the story. 2 semi-trucks, head-on collision. The collision is so strong that they are fused together and have to be taken away to a wreckage yard in one piece. After a while, there's a really terrible sort of decomposing smell. And they start to pull the trucks apart to find out what's going on with the smell. And they find a small European car completely squished into a pancake with the driver still inside.
Yeah, I've heard the story. The way I heard it, though, is that one of the trucks was tailgating another. First driver slammed on the brakes, second truck smashed into him, and, the same thing. Driver got pancaked.
Well, even though Carrie's scenario is a little less plausible, I think that's the one that we should do because it's the one that has the biggest spectacle, it's the biggest impact. A head-on collision with 2 full-sized semi-trailer trucks going 60, 75 miles an hour. That's what we want.
And that's what you got, minus the compact in the movie Matrix Reloaded. In this famous collision, the 2 semi-trailers did fuse together. But this sequence was created by CGI. The Mythbusters plan to pull this off with real trucks and with a compact car in between. With a budget the size of Reloaded's daily donut allowance, Carrie and Tori hit the road in search of 2 free semi-trailers. The trail takes them to the Specialty Truck Park.
Nope.
Manager Dan Green shows them some trucks with a cab-over engine configuration. They're flat-fronted for maximum squashing power.
All right, this is what we're trying to do. This is the compact car. These are the trucks. That's what we're trying to do. I think I cut my hand. Oh, this one's good. It's tall, it's wide, it's the cab over there.
All that's missing are a couple of trailers to trash. And Dan calls in an old favor.
They're on the way.
Dan, making it happen.
So we can take that truck and that truck, get us a couple trailers, we're good to go.
Looks like the Mythbusters have pulled off another piece of prize panhandling. And the myth is up and running.
The plausibility of this myth is actually looking really good. It sounds like, from Dan's point of view, with the right size, mass, momentum, and shape, we might be able to smash this little car into a pancake.
Sounds encouraging. While Tori and Carrie have been shopping for semis, build team buddy Grant has been looking for a vacant stretch of freeway to smash them on. By an amazing coincidence, this Alameda freeway was specially constructed for, you guessed it, Matrix Reloaded. One of the biggest sets in movie history, it allowed the director to shoot take after take without having to close off public roads.
What I'm looking for here is a straight 3,000-foot run. I also need a 1,500-foot run. Those two are going to meet and form a T. At the intersection of the T is going to be ground zero, where two semis will collide and hopefully make an already compact European car even more compact. 1,500 feet, 1,500 feet, 1,500 feet.
They've got the track, the trucks, and the trailers. But how about the small matter of the compact? No problem.
I've traveled all the way out to the suburbs because we've got a fan here who's willing to relinquish his small European vehicle to be completely pancaked between our two semi-trucks.
Mythbusters fans just keep on giving.
How long's that been sitting in your driveway?
About 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're willing to just let us destroy it?
Well, I think it goes to a good cause. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
So you've seen the show?
Oh, yes, many times.
You know what it's in for?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice. It's definitely little.
It's open.
Oh. No, this is sweet. This is way too nice.
But the motor's gone, so it's time to move on to bigger and better things.
Breaks my heart to think that we're going to smash this car up. It's so, the upholstery's perfect. It's so cute.
Oh, well, she'll get over it.
Well, we've gotten the requested vehicles, but none of us is really sure how you're going to be able to crash these two semis at the same time.
We're going to put tow cables on the front of each of the semis. We're going to pull them towards the center point, but both cables will be pulled by the same tow vehicle. Ergo, both trucks ought to hit that small European car at precisely the same moment.
The plan is for a T-shaped crash course, with the semis running along the horizontal and the tow truck along the vertical line. The cables will run through pulleys, which will be secured in concrete below the compact at ground zero. The result should be a precision collision. It's D for Destruction Day at Alameda, and the crash crew arrives in convoy. There's a serious smash in store, but engineering a head-on collision is going to need some cunning choreography.
Okay, Carrie, at either end of the tarmac is a truck. We're going to connect cables to those trucks and pull the cables to a central point, which is right here.
Okay.
So what we need you to do is drill a 4-foot deep hole so we can sink a pole in there and put two pulleys on it.
Wow. It's quite a plan. A lot of things have to go right for that plan to work.
Absolutely. But here's where we start.
While Carrie bores the hole at ground zero, Grant and Tori start prepping the trucks for what should be a spectacular swan song.
Job number 2, we've got to weld guide bars on that'll help keep the truck straight during the experiment. If they veer off, guide bars will help bring them back in a straight path.
They've been here before. The myth of the killer tissue box also called for a high-speed collision under tow. So the guys rigged up a steering rack to keep the crash car on course right up to impact. But can the same technique keep two large trucks on track? After the break,
Now you know you've made it.
Oh, yeah.
we all know vodka packs a punch, but can it KO the smell of these puppies? And Jamie gets serious about safety at the crash track.
Reinforce the heck out of everything. You know, there can't be anything flimsy here, or we're screwed.
The Mythbusters have a history of testing liquid myths. In a previous episode, they put cola to an array of tests to see if your favorite soda is more than just a thirst quencher.
It's kind of rejuvenating the blood, isn't it?
Isn't that what they advertise it to do?
Now, Carrie has another bevy of bevy myths to test.
Okay, what is it?
Vodka. Our researchers have been scouring the internet and have compiled a list of the top vodka myths.
Vodka didn't make it to the West until the 1940s, but Russians have been quaffing it for over 1,000 years. Today, it's more than just the national drink, it's an icon, and the Russian people believe it possesses mythical powers. Time for a vodka myth.
The myth is that washing your foot with vodka is going to cure foot odor. So we're going to do a little comparison. One vodka foot and one commercial foot soap.
I'm wearing my oldest shoes today, just
Yes!
by happenstance. So my foot odor might be pretty good.
Well, I've got a ninja nose here that's going to do my sniff test. Okay.
This is like some of the ugliest feet I've ever seen. I mean, not like I'm a foot specialist or anything. But I think I have to do a before test.
Oh, please. Present your foot. How is it?
That's not foot odor, that's foot oh dear.
Yay! We got a little foot odor here.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Grant, just got to put on the blindfold.
Ready.
Okay, this is some commercial foot odor soap. And then I've got vodka, which I'm going to use more of a pouring method because there's not as much to soak.
Would this be considered a perk of your Mythbuster experience?
Are you talking to me or him?
I have to say, I think there's going to be a lot of jealous fans out there, but I'm getting my feet washed by you, Carrie.
Now you know you've made it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sir, would you mind soaking in these for a few minutes?
No, not at all.
Relax in the sunshine, and we'll come back to the sniff test.
All right.
Busting myths. It's a hard life, but someone's got to do it. In the myth of the compact, some champion eyelash batting by Carrie has secured 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and 1 small car. Now, the plan is to turn them into one large metal sandwich. Grant and Tori have been building steering rigs to keep the trucks straight under tow. And Adam and Jamie arrive to check on progress.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hi.
What's going on?
So is it, what do you think? Is it
It looks
on
like it's
there?
going to work.
Check it out.
It's going to steer it.
Now, let's see here.
So it's just like the killer tissue box with the guide bar that'll self-correct.
Right away, Jamie spots a problem.
The more I look at this, the more concerned I get, actually. I don't mean to rain on your parade, but we only have one shot at this.
Right.
And that almost looks like if I had a heavy enough screwdriver and pounded it in there, I could pry it out, you know? And this is a lot of force. So,
Jamie's special effects experience tells him that the rig needs reinforcing.
what if you ran a plate, welded it on right here,
Yeah.
and as wide as you can, and then weld a filler between this stuff and that?
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea because there is no movement of this arm.
What we're trying to do is put a guide system on the front of this truck using its own steering system, just helping it along with a lever going forward so that when the tow trucks are pulling them, they're self-guiding. These trucks will go where the cables go.
Sounds perfect. While Grant and Tori make the necessary adjustments to the steering rig, Carrie's still busy boring.
Inching down this hole, bit by bit, very slow process. And loud.
She's down 3 feet. I'd say we call that good.
You bet.
Now, are you concerned that our stable part is only about 12 inches deep? Because I do have a plan B, which is to have a plate and some reinforcement on that.
Reinforce the heck out of everything. You know, there can't be anything flimsy here.
With lives at stake, Jamie keeps hammering home the message that this myth should not be taken lightly. The shaft is sunk, the plate is welded, and bolted to the tarmac. Things are rolling along nicely.
Everything seems to be going along fine out here. These guys are all welding their various parts into place. While they're doing that, I'm going to set up the cable. These are 1,500-foot runs of 3/8-inch cable. The breaking strength on this cable, I believe, is close to 20,000 pounds. It's just under that. So the cable should be more than strong enough to pull these trucks up to speed.
This crash test needs a dummy. A Q-Buster.
Okay, the wires have been laid, the pulleys have been rigged, and the guide bars have been welded on. Now it's time to move the trucks into position.
Plan number 1 was to pull 2 semis with 1 tow truck, but the mass is too great for one. So plan number 2 involves 2 tow trucks, that is.
I've always wanted to watch that happen.
Over half a mile away, at the other end of the runway, the second tow truck hooks up the other semi. Then the semis are lined up on their starting grids, each one precisely 1,500 feet from the compact.
Perfect.
That leaves just one more piece of the puzzle.
Watch your feet around this thing. It will kill you.
The next step is that we're going to put the weights in the trailer. The weights are steel plates, and each one of them weighs about 5,000 pounds. And the point of this is that we need to simulate the worst-case situation, which is with the trailer and a truck that are fully loaded.
Everything is set. The scale of the impending crash suddenly hits home. Coming up,
They feel squeaky clean.
Adam's feet bring Grant to his knees in vodka foot bath.
I don't want to do that again.
And the Mythbusters run for their lives in Compact.
I pictured all of us getting sliced in half.
Can vodka cure foot odor? That's the myth, and this is the guinea pig. The unfortunate Grant is the nose.
I just smelled Adam's feet, and it was gnarly. For the benefit of the viewers, if I were to rate Adam's foot odor on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 being perhaps the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life, I'd have to say he's probably about a 7, maybe 8.
Since the control sniff, Adam's been taking the weight off, with one foot soaking in commercial foot soap and the other in a vodka foot bath. He's got high hopes for this myth, but is he underestimating the scale of the problem?
They feel squeaky clean. I don't know if they've been this clean in ages. Well, alcohol is definitely a way to kill bacteria, and as bacteria, I believe, are primary cause of foot odor, I think vodka ought to do just fine. I wouldn't be surprised if Grant is unable to tell the difference between the 2 feet.
The condemned man is led from the building, his one last wish that Adam is right.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, start with that one.
And put your toes like that.
They are.
Grant's nothing if not thorough.
There is no dignity in television.
It's not bad. It's really not bad. Maybe, a 0.5.
Wow.
So,
All right, well, let's try foot number 2.
You're trembling. Okay, this one, I think this one is the vodka foot. And I think I smell just a little trace of something on it. I'm still not anywhere near a 7 or anything like that. If anything, it's still like a 0.75. It's under 1.
You got it right. This is actually the vodka foot. But even though you said, given your druthers, you'd choose the foot bath foot over the vodka foot, both of them removed almost all of the traces of any odor. So I'd say that's myth confirmed.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. I don't want to do that again.
You sure?
Yeah.
The Mythbusters are attempting to pancake this little car between two big rigs in a high-speed head-on collision. The two tow truck drivers are going to be key players, so Jamie gives them the lowdown about the myth.
So, we've got a car over here, and we've got two semis, and you guys are going to make them go smack with the car in the middle. And we even have a crash test dummy in the car ready to go. Have you heard of this myth?
No.
Not heard anything? No, actually, I have. You have heard the myth. What did you hear? Exactly what you described.
According to the myth, a compact car was caught up in a head-on between two semi-trailers. The trucks fused together in the impact, and the wreck was towed off in one piece, with the compact car squashed flat in between them. First, a tow test to see if the cables hold and the steering steers. The tow cables have a braking strain of 20,000 pounds and shouldn't break. The ropes that attach the cables to the tow truck should. They are only good to 6,000 pounds and are designed to snap when the semis collide, so the tow trucks never reach the end of their tether.
Close enough.
All right, Jamie, I have the cable hooked up to the truck. Ready when you are.
Ready to go? All right.
Everything looks good, Jamie. Over.
Looks good. Seems to be working.
34,000 pounds of truck, no driver. And there goes the tow rope. We've got ourselves a runaway. Runaway.
Cable's coming this way. Right now.
Yeah. How do we stop this thing?
That's a very good question, with no answer.
Get your car out of the way, Dad! Get out of the car!
I don't see the cable.
Eventually, the psycho semi comes to rest.
Rolled to a stop. The truck is rolled to a stop, and we're fine. I pictured all of us getting sliced in half. Dude, what are we doing? We're going to crash two big trucks. It's beautiful. I had no idea what your plan was for stopping it.
Yeah, there wasn't really a plan.
It may not have looked it at home, but that's what the Mythbusters call a successful test.
We just did a test pull of our truck to see if it would steer straight, and it did. It did beautifully. In fact, once it was off of its tow line, it actually started to veer way off direction. Luckily, it rolled to a stop behind me here in this field of grass, but man, the sound the cable was making was astonishing. It was like...
In this case, we saw what we wanted. We narrowly had a little bit of a disaster as far as automobiles getting crunched by a runaway semi-trailer truck, but, you know, details.
After the break,
All right, we're good to go.
the Mythbusters gear up for a pileup.
20 miles an hour.
Don't you wish you were here?
And Carrie cuts the cheese in another vodka myth. At an Alameda film set, the Mythbusters are planning a pileup. They're testing the myth that a compact car smashed between two trucks could be squashed so small that it becomes hidden in the wreckage.
So there's heavy-duty cable on either side of us. We've got semi-trucks, a small car. What was your plan for not having us all get killed during this collision?
The plan is that we've got these trucks out at either end. They're being pulled by cables. The cables go through a pulley that's right underneath this little car. The tow trucks are pulling the cables out at right angles to this setup, and so if everything's done right, the trucks will meet right in the middle, right on top of the car.
With failure more than an option, they decide on a test run to see if the tow trucks can stay neck and neck for the length of the 1,500-foot track.
All right, we're good to go.
So, start your engines for a high-speed, synchronized tow truck test. Grant and Tori are the co-drivers.
20 miles an hour. You're looking good, you're looking good. A little slower, a little slower. 30 miles an hour.
This is going to be so cool. Don't you wish you were here?
45 miles an hour. Going up, faster, faster.
This is one race where the aim is a photo finish.
We almost made it up to 50 miles an hour.
I don't see them rolling over end to end yet. They just made the turn. Just like clockwork.
The trucks reached an acceptable 45 miles per hour, but they weren't quite neck and neck, which has Adam worried.
We only have one shot at this crash, so if they don't tighten it up, it means that one truck's going to hit the car a millisecond or two before the other truck hits the car.
There's just one finishing touch.
Okay.
Buster's crash test buddies take their hot seats.
Should we put our seatbelt on? Yeah.
They seem understandably reticent about the whole deal.
Oh wait, shoulder's stuck on the gear shift. Okay. Good. Okay, he's in. He's safe.
Two semi-trailers face each other across 3,000 feet of hot tarmac. On the tow road, the tow trucks rev their engines. In the middle of it all, the tiny compact prepares to meet its maker. Take your seats for the head-on from hell.
I am in the chase car about to follow one of these empty trucks of doom towards its final end, and I'm totally psyched. This is probably the best view to see this from. I can't wait.
The anticipation is all too much for me. I need a drink.
I got another vodka myth here, one that is very strange, and I've never heard it before, but you can make vodka into mouthwash. All you need is about a cup of vodka, 9 tablespoons of cinnamon. You seal it up in an airtight container for 2 weeks, and it's supposed to come out mouthwash. All you gotta do is strain out all of the cinnamon, and you'll have fresh, clean breath.
To test it out, Carrie needs a Mythbuster who needs help with halitosis.
You might get mad at me, but Adam's got some rank breath sometimes. I don't know if he knows.
Oh, he knows, because Carrie told him during an outtake in a previous myth.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can. See?
But your breath is really bad.
That's my breath, baby.
So, can a homemade high-octane mouthwash do the trick?
And this is the plastic bottle brand vodka. Always the finest for Mythbusters.
1 cup of gut rot, then the cinnamon to create a kind of mud slushy.
So far, this is not looking much like mouthwash. In fact, it looks like another experiment we've done with Adam. You let this sit for 2 weeks, and then we'll filter it through a white coffee filter, and then we should have some mouthwash. Okay, so try not to drink this for 2 weeks.
It'll be hard to restrain myself.
God, man, that just looks so good.
Right, it's been 2 weeks for my vodka mouthwash, and all the cinnamon is totally solidified at the bottom of the flask. It's a nice brown liquid. I don't know if I'd use that for mouthwash, but it's time to filter it. Vodka mouthwash, commercial mouthwash. Now all I need is my subject with nasty breath. Who could I get?
What is that horrible, horrible smell?
To ensure Adam's breath is truly rank, Carrie's got a couple of treats in store.
Is it even legal to sell cheese that looks like this? Oh! I have for you cigarettes, manky garlic,
Ooh, burnt.
and the piece de la résistance.
Some stinky foot cheese.
You know what? My eyes are watering being in the vicinity of these 3 items. I think I need an official tester. So while you continue chewing, Grant Imahara, I need your nose.
Dead man walking. Up next,
Can I go home?
it's no giggle as Adam gargles with Mythbusters mouthwash.
That burns.
When one big rig bows out, it's crunch time at Alameda.
Oh no!
Vodka's odorless, but can you mix it with cinnamon to take away bad breath? To test the myth, Adam has poisoned his palate with runny cheese, fresh garlic, and cigarettes. Grant has drawn the short straw.
And I'm going to need you to smell it before and after. Go away, cleanse your nose, and then come do the second test for the second mouthwash. Are you ready for the challenge?
I'm ready.
First, the before test.
Not that bad. Definitely the worst breath I've ever smelled, but if I were to give it a breath scale, it wasn't actually that unpleasant. Maybe a 7. I'll call that a 7.
To give you a yardstick, a camel scores 6. So, can the Mythbusters mouthwash freshen up the breath of death?
Okay, first we're going to administer the vodka mouthwash. Don't forget to gargle.
That burns.
It's killing all the bad breath odor.
It's killing something. How did they look? Okay, you ready?
Okay, Grant, brace yourself.
Yeah, cinnamony, actually. Kind of like, cinnamon toast. Actually quite pleasant. And give us another... Ooh, I did sense a little something on the finish there.
Grant the Nose Imahara is becoming quite the connoisseur.
Coming out initially, very nice, maybe a 1, really.
Wow.
But the finish was definitely a little smoky. So that's going to make it like a 3.
7 to 3, that's definitely an improvement.
Oh, absolutely. From liquid death to cinnamon toast.
All right, let's go ahead in the back room while we bring up the cheese again, and I'll reload. Garlic reloading. Stinky foot cheese reloading. Huh. Can I go home?
When Adam's smelling like a French farmer's moldy sock, the Nose returns for test number 2.
Paging Dr. Imahara to the white courtesy telephone. Okay, you ready?
Okay, hit me. Yeah.
Same as before?
About a 7, yeah.
So it's a level playing field. Now, can the commercial mouthwash outscore the vodka?
That burns too, just a little bit.
You know, interestingly enough, I get the same cigarette finish on this.
You just can't wipe away the cigarette stank.
But other than that, same pleasant mouth sweetening ability.
So it's about a 3. It's about the same as the vodka mouthwash.
Yeah, it's about the same.
I'd have to say that that's myth confirmed. It actually worked.
All right, good. Can I go now?
Yes.
Back at Alameda, it's showtime. The Mythbusters are all set to pancake a compact between 2 semi-trailers. 2 tow trucks will pull the semis, but can they stay neck and neck? And will the semis fuse together and crush the compact between them?
Okay, ready? Go!
There's no burning rubber in this start. With almost 80,000 pounds of truck under tow, the power must be squeezed on slowly.
All right, we're at 10 miles an hour.
As the pace increases, friction overheats the pulleys.
35 miles an hour.
Then one tow truck falls behind. It must make up ground or be late for impact.
You guys need to pick up.
$800 feet and closing. Then disaster.
The second truck is out of control, I believe. Over.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
The other truck hurtles on, unstoppable.
Oh.
There goes the car. It worked kind of like a good brake.
Look at that.
Whoa!
It bent the rod.
Oh, that's smoking. I don't know. This is going to be tough to fix and reset. It's already half pulled out of the ground.
Wow. We dragged our cable all the way there, so our breakaway rope didn't fail.
Well, something did. The question is what? And can it be fixed for another bite at the cherry?
The car's still more or less intact.
Well, the back end is pretty crushed in, but yeah.
Intact must be Mythbusters for total write-off. And in plain English, the truck's steering rack is screwed. But Adam's thinking that all is not lost.
We'll have to remake the guide bar. However we have to do it.
Though badly damaged, the compact is more of an omelet than a pancake. And it's in good enough shape for another smash. Just. So, how about the second truck? The tow cable is sheared just 5 feet from its end.
It's 20,000 some odd pound test cable.
I think the jerking, as we were trying to catch up to the other guy, a higher load.
What could have happened with the jerking is that this truck could have accelerated too fast and rolled over its own cable.
Now it's all hands on deck to get everything shipshape for one more shot at the compact.
Some delicate fine-tuning.
They calculate that to get a second shot, they must reset in under 2 hours.
We're good here.
Sweet.
Jamie, we're tied in on this cable. Over.
Okey-dokey.
Alrighty then.
Now we just have to go to the tow truck.
Look at the amazing strength of Jamie Heineman.
And 90 minutes later,
Yeah, here we are again. I hope you enjoyed that little sequence of failure, because we're about to try it again.
So, we got one more shot. You guys do what you have to do to stay together and to do it as smoothly as possible without jerking, because that's what kind of got us.
If there's an abort situation, are you going to call it out on the radio, or are we just going to...
There is no abort.
Okay.
Once you guys go, you just go. You did the right thing the last time. You just keep going. 2.
coming up on
One.
Mythbusters.
Go.
Get a load of this. Take a small European car and 2 semi-trailers. Add 5 Mythbusters, and you should get one heck of a crash. But will you get a compact? The tow trucks are on the grid.
All right, radio check, Grant. And stand by, and Grant's ready.
The countdown starts now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Both semis pull away slow and smooth.
And, okay, you're looking good, you're looking good. A little slower.
The tow trucks jockey to stay neck and neck.
Slower.
Looking better. It's looking better this time.
Almost 80,000 pounds of truck close at a combined speed of 70 miles per hour. Is this bye-bye Buster?
Oh my God, it's gonna work.
That was so cool.
Well, it wasn't quite right, but I don't think we can reset.
It's one almighty smash, but no pancake. The compact got spat out sideways.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm a little sad because it didn't work perfectly. It looks like we're going to have to revisit this one. But wow!
I want to see this pulley.
The biggest ever smash on Mythbusters, and he wants to see the pulley.
That was some serious friction.
He's like, I've had enough. I'm getting out.
God, that was crazy.
That was ridiculous.
No, you got to get the close-up view.
What are you guys yelling about? They're not fused. I don't see any fused together.
That is a beautiful thing.
That was crazy.
Did you really think you were going to confirm the myth?
We actually answered a lot of questions about it. I mean, look at them. They're not fused together. They're not welded together. They're not inseparable. They're easy to pull apart. And I don't care how fast they were going or how hard they would have hit this thing. This car would not have disappeared between these two engines.
Yeah, this is just like a lot of shrapnel. There's no like solid chunk of of fused together impact of any sort.
Yeah.
And the heart of this myth really is whether they could be welded together.
Yeah.
Because the car is irrelevant. If
Yeah.
these cannot weld together from the force and the heat, it's just not going to happen.
Which we knew already, but it was fun.
Nothing like a bit of wanton annihilation to brighten up the day. Let's check on the carnage.
I think we're going to need the jaws of life.
All three crash test dummies have certainly earned their corn.
Okay, we lost a calf there.
Yeah, Buster's all screwed up.
For Buster, it's just another day at the office.
Broke his bones, didn't he?
Well, there's a little fixing that needs to be done.
Buster's busted again. But what about the myth?
It didn't exactly go 100% as I would have hoped, but I think a lot of questions were answered, and there's some interesting results. Our compact car, the front wheel and the rear wheel of this car are almost touching. I mean, it's pretty compact. It's been made into a pretty small package. I still don't think that you'd lose this between these two trucks. But it does go to show that even at like 35 miles per hour, how much force we're actually dealing with.
We had a successful run. I think the test is valid. It could have been a little bit more square on. It could have been a little faster. But I pretty much think that what we saw happen would be what would happen in any circumstance like this at any speed on any highway.
So myth busted, confirmed, or plausible? What are you voting?
Just like the
Busted.
trucks.
It's busted.
It's busted.
Busted.
Boy, is it busted.
Nice toggles. I'm saving those.
Dude, you're salvaging in the middle of the...
Of a rescue operation. Why else do you think I got into this line of work?
Any survivors?
Yeah, he's missing a leg, but he's good.
Just throw a tourniquet on that. He'll be fine.